Good morning, everyone. Dominique here from Integrated Wellness Clinic, and I'm so excited to introduce you to our psychologist and relationships expert, Ambrose McInnery. Thank you, Ambrose, for joining us.
Good morning. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Ambrose, just tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into psychology? How long have you been practicing for?
Well, getting into psychology, I guess I graduated in 1986 from Sydney University. I followed an unrelated career path until about 1998 when I completed a graduate diploma in counselling. After that, I became an intern psychologist for another 2 years before I was able to then become fully registered, and that was around year 2000. So I've been practicing for 20 years now. The first 10 years of that was in North Sydney, where I ran a mixed practice with counselling, but also I was doing a lot of work-based organisational psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And then 10 years ago, when I moved up to the sunny coast with my wife and then 9-month-old at the time.
Oh, wow.
10 years in counselling and marital, relationship work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just tell us, Ambrose, just in terms of relationship work, what are some of the main reasons that people seek out support?
Look, the main reason is because there's distress in the relationship. They don't know how to address the distress. They don't know how to overcome it. So fundamentally, the couple is stuck. And in other words, there's a gap between the experience that they're having in the relationship and the experience that they would want in the relationship. And that gap is a frustration gap. And it could be that the relationship's gone flat due to the stresses and the hectic nature of lifestyle. Or they might seek, some support because there's an issue may have arisen. It could be something to do around trust or a breach of trust. Or alternatively, it could be some sort of addiction or problematic behaviour with one of the partners that's intruding on the relationship, in a bad way.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of general sorts of reasons, but it's also very unique to the situation, as to why they come in. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And
Yeah.
Ambrose, what do you hope to help couples achieve through, coming and getting support and getting help?
Yeah. Well, because it's issues that are fueling the distress, then it naturally follows that if you can solve or resolve or address or overcome somehow the issues, that will take the fuel out of the distress in the relationship. So, whilst it depends on the situation, one of the ways or one of the pathways to, for couples to address their issues is through developing better communication. And that's, principally founded on better listening, where couples can learn a different way of that communication dance between themselves, so that emotional temperature rises don't occur, and they can actually get much better traction with each other. Where one can say, what is it? What is it? The actual issue, the problem? What's concerning you? And be very present with that. And when you can tap into that, then you start working as a team together, and that's critical. When you're working as a team, you're communicating better, then your relationship is much better. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And Ambrose, I just saw, just as we finish up, I saw some research very recently by John Gottman that said couples wait on average 6 years before actually seeking out therapy. So that's a long time to be unhappy and have doubt in a relationship, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What would your message be?
Yeah. Well, what that research is based on is that what happens is that, distress or, conflict or disagreement, misunderstandings start developing in a relationship, issues that aren't resolved, misunderstandings, and that's the distress that starts to build up over time. And it's like a kindling effect with the fire, builds up, accumulates, and if it continues for too long, then one or one of the partners or both start thinking about, a different sort of lifestyle. They might start thinking about exiting the relationship. And so if you get past that point, then there are problems that can develop, and you need to catch things before that. So the message is there: don't wait 6 years,
Yeah.
and don't wait. Don't live in that sort of distress for that sort of time. It could be that, and this happens quite a lot, where maybe it's just the one thing that could change, or the one thing that's not in place, that if it was in place would make all the difference, can make the difference between a relationship going forward in a really good way, as opposed to ongoing frustration and distress.
Yeah, very good message. All right, thank you so much, Ambrose. If you're seeking out help, we look forward to helping you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.